Hello friends, welcome to today's daily devotion. I'm Kerry Wood from the Goldston Methodist Church in Goldston, North Carolina. We're continuing in the 6th chapter of Romans, understanding what it means to be freed from the power of sin. Today we are reading, starting in chapter 6, we're continuing in 6, reading verses 15 through 18. Hear now these words. What follows then? Are we to sin because we are living under the reign of love and not of law? Heaven forbid! Surely you know that when you offer yourselves as servants to obey anyone, you are the servants of the person you obey. Whether the service be a service to sin, which leads to death, or a service to duty, which leads to righteousness. God be thanked that though you were once servants of sin, yet you learned to give hearty obedience to that form of doctrine under which you were placed. Set free from the control of sin, you became servants to righteousness. Back when we were talking about Romans, the 5th chapter, on Sunday morning, I had talked about how God has given us an escape from the gravitational pull of Sin City. We can be freed from that. Paul says now in this part of Romans 6 that our actions reveal in whose gravity we are being pulled. Still sucked into Sin City or moving towards our heavenly home. A servant to sin leads to death, but a servant to duty leads to righteousness and life. Now, that might be a scary life, but you know what I'm trying to convey in my facial expressions. But all this brings up a paradox. If we are freed from sin, why would we and why do we fall back into Sin City's orbit? How do we truly escape from sin's pull? Well, this is precisely what Paul hits on in the 7th chapter, but that's next week's topic. The answer begins here in 6 by seeing our lives like this diagram. You see, we are dealing with these two circles overlapping. There is not the Christian life, the life of Adam, of sin, and of death. And there is the Christian life, the life of Jesus and grace and life. And guess what? That's where we are, stuck in the middle. This is the place of vertigo, of not knowing exactly where we are. This is the place of tension where we can sense the pull going in both directions. One way is the human action pulling us back towards not the Christian life. And the other way is the divine action pulling us towards the Christian life. And so, my friends, we in the middle need to become the slaves of righteousness and allow the divine action to pull us completely free from the Adam, sin, death circle. We're already in Christ. Now we need to live fully in Him. And we'll learn more about how to do this in our next daily devotion.